Hello and very welcome to a new video. Today I'd like to talk about my new version of the Screech Note Pattern Generator, which is version 3. And there's a big major change. The previous controller script for Bitwig was more or less just about to have a pattern library, and then you can pull some MIDI notes and configuration out of that and have some minor possibilities to change, for example, variation of the repetition and stuff like that. In the new version, in version 3, it's way more generative. The way how I achieved this is that I exported the pattern libraries in a new library and sliced everything in 2 beats. And there's a new logic under the hood that recombines the blocks on each generation step. I also put this in the manual. You can read this through. Here you can see I call it Advanced Block Paste Pattern Engine. Instead of repeating a single pattern, you now have an intelligence which assembles new blocks in the sequence. And also, if the blocks are longer than 4 bars, then from the new logic, normally totally new patterns would have been generated. So I also needed to find a logic that keeps the coherence between the first 4 bars and the following ones. So let's have a listen to it. I'll hit generate again to see what's going on, what will be generated then. I'm at F because the kick drum is also playing that around F. I also still can change between legato, normal and staccato. Let's go for staccato and hit repaint. So it's still the same line, but played in staccato. That's the generate new pattern. So you see, now the generation is not only just pulled out of the pattern library, it's totally generative. So it won't repeat in this specific sequence ever again. So let's show the other feature. If I go longer than 2 bars, let's say 8 bars, and generate new pattern, you see here on the notes that it still keep and maintain the original rhythm up to bar 4. So let's see how it sounds. Sorry, I need to extend the loop, of course. Yeah, and this is important because otherwise it would start changing the whole concept and the whole notes after it gets longer patterns, if you know what I mean. So let's change back to two bars here, 2 bars, and change from static pattern to melodic patterns. Now also the pitch gets changed. Let's have a listen how that does sound. All right, there we go. Probably a normal repaint. So also this is fully generative, and it's a little bit tricky for the algorithm to keep the musical coherence if you mix up patterns, small blocks. But I think it still sounds nice, and again, you can repeat the generation how often you want, and I'm pretty sure there's some cool combinations you can use. You can also play around with the variation amount. If you had to listen now, I cranked up a little bit the variation and kept the patterns and just hit repaint, and also changed to staccato, and still the beginning of the melody keeps the same, but at the end there are a small variation. So you can also keep this, copy it, or as there's this new coherence feature, you can also go to 8 bars and hit repaint, and then it will extend it to 8 bars with some minor variations. So let's have a listen. And the ending here is totally different. Here is some micro shifting, and again, how drastically this will be changed depends on the variation amount you can select here. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the new update for version 3. You can download it on my Patreon page. And thanks a lot for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.